Get ready for the ultimate news refresh. This is Hollywood Men, and the stories are dropping fast. From unexpected career moves to global events and cultural moments, we've got it all. Don't miss a beat as we dive into the headlines that matter. First up, a Hollywood legend is addressing long-standing critiques head-on. Then, we're heading to the Italian Riviera for a star-studded cinematic celebration. We've also got updates on international relations and major business shifts. Stick around, you won't want to miss this. Subscribe and hit that bell. A Hollywood legend's response. George Clooney, a name synonymous with cinematic charisma and enduring stardom, is finally addressing a criticism that has followed him throughout his illustrious career: the perception that he consistently plays variations of the same character. In a candid moment ahead of the Venice Film Festival, where his latest film, J. Kelly, is set to premiere, Clooney offered his perspective, not with defensiveness, but with a blend of humor, lucidity, and a clear acknowledgement of the realities of aging in Hollywood. He quipped, "They say I always play the same role. Maybe. But I'm not chasing romantic leads at 60. This statement is more than just a witty comeback. It reflects a thoughtful evolution in his approach to his craft, prioritizing roles that resonate with his current life stage and artistic aspirations rather than clinging to past archetypes. The persistent critique, while perhaps reductive, highlights the difficulty actors face in shedding established personas. Clooney, however, seems intent on breaking free from this perceived mold, not by denying his past work, but by embracing new challenges that align with his maturity and experiences. His decision to star in Noah Baumbach's J. Kelly, where he portrays a jaded political journalist, is seen by many as a deliberate choice to explore more complex, perhaps even disillusioned, characters. Early whispers from critics suggest the role might be a perfect vehicle for Clooney to showcase a more nuanced performance, one that mirrors his own thoughtful engagement with societal issues and his career trajectory. This film could indeed be the performance that silences his detractors, offering a fresh perspective on his capabilities beyond the suave leading man image. Clooney's career has been a masterclass in strategic evolution. His Oscar win for Syriana in 2006 cemented his reputation as an actor willing to tackle weighty political dramas, proving his depth. The possibility of another Oscar nomination for J. Kelly is already being discussed, underscoring the potential impact of this new role. More significantly, this project aligns with his established pattern of selecting challenging projects, both in front of and behind the camera, without being swayed by the allure of repeating past successes or succumbing to the pressures of eternal youthfulness that often plague actors in the industry. Aging gracefully and purposefully in Hollywood is a rare feat, and George Clooney appears to be navigating this transition with a clarity and conviction that prioritizes artistic integrity over external validation. His journey with J. Kelly at the Venice Film Festival is not just about a new film. It's about a deliberate artistic statement, a testament to a career defined by thoughtful choices and a refusal to be confined by outdated labels. But that's just one side of the story. Hold on, because the glamour of the Italian coast is calling. Next, we're jetting off to the Venice Film Festival, where the red carpet is set to be absolutely loaded with stars. Venice Film Festival dazzles with star power. The 80th Venice International Film Festival is set to be a glittering affair, rolling out the red carpet for a constellation of Hollywood's brightest stars, including the iconic duo Julia Roberts and George Clooney. As cinema's elite descend upon the picturesque Lido by water taxi, the festival promises a dazzling showcase of both blockbuster potential and independent artistry. This year's edition features an impressive roster of acclaimed directors such as Werner Herzog, Jim Jarmusch, Catherine Bigelow, Gus Van Sant, and Park Chan-wook, ensuring a rich and diverse cinematic experience. Adding to the excitement, Benny Safdie's The Smashing Machine, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as a wrestler, is among the high-profile films slated for premiere. However, the festival is not shying away from tackling pressing global issues. Olivier Assayas's The Wizard of the Kremlin will see Jude Law portraying Russian President Vladimir Putin during his rise to power, a film expected to spark considerable debate amidst the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Equally poignant, Kayother Ben-Hania's The Voice of Hind Rajab is set in Gaza and tells the harrowing true story of a 6-year-old Palestinian girl killed by Israeli forces, using a real audio recording of her final moments to underscore the tragedy. Julia Roberts will make her Venice debut in Luca Guadagnino's After the Hunt, a film exploring a sexual assault case at an American university, which will screen out of competition. George Clooney makes a return to Venice with Noah Baumbach's J. Kelly, a Netflix production where Clooney plays a seasoned actor grappling with an identity crisis, with Adam Sandler in a supporting role as his manager. The festival's prestige as a launchpad for Oscar success is well established, with previous Venice premieres like Nomadland and Joker going on to win Academy Awards. This year, streaming giants like Netflix and Amazon are also increasingly using Venice for their worldwide debuts, reflecting the evolving landscape of film distribution. The jury, headed by two-time Oscar winner Alexander Payne, will award the Golden Lion for Best Film to one of 21 contenders. The competition lineup includes new works from master filmmakers such as Guillermo del Toro with his adaptation of Frankenstein starring Oscar Isaac, Catherine Bigelow's political thriller, A House of Dynamite with Idris Elba, and Jim Jarmusch's Father, Mother, Sister, Brother, a film he describes as funny and sad. Yorgos Lanthimos reunites with Emma Stone for the sci-fi Bugonia. The festival opens with Paolo Sorrentino's La Grazia, starring Tony Servillo. The diverse selection, ranging from politically charged narratives to imaginative sci-fi and intimate dramas, solidifies Venice's status as a crucial event on the international film calendar, attracting global attention and setting the stage for cinematic conversations throughout the year. And speaking of Venice, the festival itself has a long history of making headlines. We're taking a look back at some of George Clooney's most memorable moments on the Venetian scene. Clooney's Venetian legacy. George Clooney's connection to the Venice Film Festival is more than just a professional engagement. It's a deeply personal and enduring relationship that spans nearly 3 decades. His first appearance at the festival was in 1998, promoting Steven Soderbergh's Out of Sight, a film that has since become a classic. This initial foray into the Venetian spotlight marked the beginning of a long-standing tradition for the actor, who has since become an almost ubiquitous presence at the prestigious event. His ties to Venice were further solidified 10 years ago when he exchanged wedding vows with Amal Alameddin at the Am in Venice, a luxurious hotel overlooking the Grand Canal. This personal milestone, celebrated in a city renowned for its romance and beauty, added another layer to his intimate connection with the location. Beyond his personal life, Clooney has consistently used the Venice platform to showcase his directorial and acting talents. In 2004, he presented Good Night and Good Luck at the festival, a film that earned him his first Best Director Oscar nomination, highlighting his significant contributions not just as an actor, but also as a filmmaker. The festival has also been a backdrop for some of his most memorable film collaborations. Images from past festivals show him alongside fellow stars like Brad Pitt, promoting films such as Burn After Reading and Wolves. He has also graced the red carpet for premieres of The Ides of March and Suburbicon, further embedding his presence within the festival's narrative. Even earlier in his career, in 2003, he attended with Catherine Zeta-Jones for Intolerable Cruelty, demonstrating his long-standing relationship with the event. His recent appearance at the 81st edition of the Venice Film Festival on September 1, 2024, for the premiere of Wolves, alongside Brad Pitt, continues this tradition. The festival is not merely a venue for film promotion for Clooney. It's a place where his career milestones have been marked, his personal life has been celebrated, and his artistic evolution has been showcased. The enduring images of him arriving by water taxi, posing on the red carpet, and interacting with fellow filmmakers underscore his status as a true icon of the Venice Film Festival, a sentiment echoed by the Associated Press's observation that no Hollywood star seems as intrinsically tied to Venice as George Clooney. From the glamour of film festivals to the urgency of global affairs, the world stage is constantly shifting. Next, we're turning our attention to the complex dynamics of international relations and significant geopolitical developments. Global tensions and support. Norway's Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre has affirmed the nation's unwavering commitment to supporting Ukraine's defense against Russia's invasion, announcing that military and civilian aid will continue into the next year. This declaration underscores Norway's strategic position as a neighbor to Russia and its dedication to upholding European security principles. Støre emphasized that Ukraine is defending a critical principle by refusing to accept territorial seizures, a stance that resonates throughout Europe. The international community's engagement with Ukraine's plight is further highlighted by a recent influx of high-ranking visitors to Kyiv, signaling the growing concern over the conflict's trajectory and the ongoing U.S.-led peace initiatives. Adding a layer of complexity, President Donald Trump's deliberations on future actions are creating palpable tension, with expectations of a decision on next steps within 2 weeks, contingent on the scheduling of direct talks. Meanwhile, the economic landscape is being significantly reshaped by major corporate developments. China Evergrande, the colossal real estate developer whose financial collapse triggered a widespread downturn in China's property market, has seen its shares delisted from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. This move comes as creditors attempt to wind down the company's staggering debts, which exceed $300 billion. The developer's troubles stemmed from a regulatory crackdown on excessive borrowing, leading to numerous defaults and a prolonged economic slowdown affecting the world's second-largest economy. Evergrande's shares were suspended in January 2024 and subsequently ordered for liquidation by a Hong Kong court after the company failed to present a viable debt restructuring plan. In other international news, Cambodia has enacted a new law granting the government the power to revoke citizenship for individuals found guilty of conspiring with foreign nations to undermine national interests. Approved unanimously by the National Assembly, this measure has drawn criticism from Cambodian NGOs, who fear it will stifle dissent and be used to target political opponents of Prime Minister Hun Manet and the ruling Cambodian People's Party. Critics argue the bill will have a disastrously chilling effect on freedom of speech, despite many countries having similar, albeit narrowly defined, laws. Furthermore, German prosecutors have indicted an American man working at a U.S. military facility on espionage charges. The suspect, arrested in November, is accused of repeatedly contacting Chinese authorities in the summer of 2024, offering to provide sensitive U.S. military information to Chinese intelligence. This case highlights ongoing concerns about foreign espionage and the protection of classified data. In a separate development, Tropical Storm Juliet has formed in the Pacific Ocean, hundreds of miles from Mexico's Baja California peninsula, while Tropical Storm Fernand is active in the Atlantic. Currently, neither storm poses an immediate threat to land, according to the National Hurricane Center. These global developments paint a complex picture of our world. But before we go, let's do a quick recap of the biggest stories we've covered today. George Clooney addressed his career-long critique with humor and lucidity, preparing to unveil a new role at Venice. The Venice Film Festival is buzzing with stars like Julia Roberts and George Clooney, premiering diverse films from blockbusters to issue-driven dramas. George Clooney's deep connection to Venice was highlighted, recalling his first appearances, wedding, and film premieres over nearly 3 decades. Norway continues its robust support for Ukraine, as global tensions rise and China Evergrande faces delisting amidst a property market crisis. That's all for today, but stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, and follow us on all social media platforms.